Hey guys, TapDawg here with Little Alchemist Helper. Today I'm going to be talking about the two packs that have been re-released to the game. That's the Rat Pack and the Fantasy Pack. I'm going to be telling you what cards you should go for, what cards you should stick away from, and just kind of go from there. Before I do though, I did want to say a big thank you to everyone that helped me with my little side project. We've been working on making new backfill combos for the game. The game has about 5,600 backfill combos currently, or combos in general speak, in the game, but there's quite a few cards that are underperforming. So we took some time to focus on three key areas. One, we wanted to improve the number of combos most of the bronze cards make. Quite a few of them only had about 50, 60 combos, so we got every bronze combo card up to 80 or more combos. That way there's a lot more flexibility, especially when you're early in the game, to be able to create some more combos. Secondly, we focused on fixing two of the silver combo cards that just weren't as good of a quality as all the rest. That's Chinchilla and Prehistoric. I think Chinchilla had about 87 combos and Prehistoric had 78. And so we've gone ahead and made both of those be closer to 100 combos. And finally, we looked at the gold combo cards that were underperforming. There was quite a few that had 50, 60, 70 combos total, and we've gone and made all of them be 90 combos or more. So what you're going to see is, hopefully, as long as Chin approves it, sometime in probably June, maybe earlier than that, maybe later than that, but we're targeting June, there'll be an update to the game, and there'll be about about 375 new combos added to the game. So Chin can change their mind at any time. They might not even do this update, but it's something that they said they should be able to do as long as we did the legwork and came up with the combos. So we're giving that information over to Chin this week, and then we're hoping we'll get a response with an ETA for that. So be looking for that hopefully in about a month from now. And that'll be great. It'll change a lot of the rankings too for the gold combo cards and Onyx combo cards. So we'll see what that does in the future. But anywho, for now, let's look at these two packs. We're gonna start with the Rat Pack. No, I'm not talking about the wonderful singers that are in Las Vegas. The Rat Pack. I was going to start singing there, that's why I was snapping my finger, but decided against it. But no, the Rat Pack is focused on the Rodent Card and all types of rodents, I guess you could say. And we'll start with the Rodent card, since that's what this card is named after. Rodent has 19 attack and 14 defense. It's a combo card. It has about 93 combos. 0 are bronze, 5 silver, 42 gold, 46 diamond. I think when Mr. Anderson made his video, he gave this like a 2 out of 5. I think it's a little bit better than that. I'd say it's probably a middle of the road card, so maybe a 5 out of 10. So not too much better, but slightly better. I'd like to see a couple more combos, and maybe there will be pretty soon. There will be. Well, we'll see. But let's look at those combos now and get an idea. So as you might remember, gold combo cards, the highest combo they're going to have is a 66, and that's also the case here. There are 2 cards that create a 66 total score. That's going to be Rodent with Hammer Onyx, which creates Cat and Mouse. That has 38 attack, 28 defense. There's also, it combines with Prehistoric Onyx, which creates Saberchilla, which has 36 attack, 30 defense. I have created both of these with my cards in my deck, and let me tell you, those are both great card combos to get. But as you can see, there's quite a few of these other high-end combos, and I'll just kind of go down those lists so you can see them. You'll see there's a handful of these 65s as well. Most of those are Pied Pipers. There are Genius and Insane and Ratatosker as well, and you see all their scores listed too. You go down, there's quite a few 64s and 63s too. Then there's 62s, a handful of those, and 61s, and then some 60s. And from that point on, it drops down to the mid-50s. When it comes to these gold combo cards, I like to say anything above a 50 is a good combo. Anything below that 50 is a bad combo or not a good combo. So you usually have this drop off between 60 and 55. That's where all of the Onyxes stop. As you can see, those are all Onyxes up above. And then when you get to 55, it's just regular cards down below. So quite a few 55s and 54s, some 53s and 52s as well. Then there's some 51s, and finally some 50s, and then at that point you get into your glass cannon phase. So a bunch of the genius and insanes there, which obviously is talking about Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. Pretty good. So those ones all have a high attack but a low defense, so you got to be careful when you use those cards. I like to use those in heroics myself. It's a nice high damage, and usually the opponent doesn't have too many attacks that are above 20, so you should be fine using that card in that instance. And then you keep going down. You have 48s, 47s, 46s, 45, 44s, 38s, and finally the 35s. The Magic and Wizard just makes such a low combo there with Wizard's Apprentice. And that's about it. There are quite a few of those lower quality combos, and that's why it's not ranked higher, but there are quite a few of those higher ranked combos, so it definitely depends on your deck. But if you do have the Hammer Onyx and the what's the other one there, the Prehistoric Onyx, both of those are going to be great combos for you. So if you have those, that might be worth it to add Rodent to your deck. Otherwise, it's kind of just a middle of the road combo card for now. The other combo card in this deck is going to be the Wizard Onyx. It has 25 attack, 19 defense, and gotta move my my stuff over there. It was blocking me. We've got 105 combos in here. There's 0 bronze, 10 silver, 57 gold, and 38 diamonds. Sorry, I'm moving you guys around all the way. Like, whoa, what's going on? But let's look at those combos, see what they are. As a reminder, Wizard is a silver combo card, so this is being upgraded into an Onyx. That means it might have some pretty good combos here, but let's see. So the highest one it has is going to be Santa Claus, good old Santa, and that's a wizard, a toy wizard, right? Santa's the toy wizard. It has 36 attack, 35 defense, and that 71 total score. I do have this combo in my deck, and let me tell you, that's one of my favorite ones to combo together is Wizard and Toy. You got a high defense and a high attack. It's a win-win. But you also have a good combo with Metal and Wizard combined to be the Magician Bot, which is a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, I'm pretty sure. And that's a 35, 35, or a 70 total. Now, when it comes to these guys, I like to say usually a mid-50s is going to be your end point. Anything below a mid-50 is not good for these. But let's go through and look at them all. So there's quite a few of these 69 total scores here, as you can see. They're all attack-focused as well, which is great. I know I use Archmage quite a lot, especially I have Knowledge Onyx and I have Superhero Onyx, and they both create that. And then I also have Sword Onyx, so I see that combo quite often as well. And Leader Onyx, which is a 38-31. So all of those great combos, really useful in your arena. Keep going down, you've got the a couple 68s here, some 67s and 66s, quite a few of those 66s. Then you get into the 65 territory. These are still really great combos. And 64 as well. Quite a few of those 64 combos you can see here. And then there's some 63s and 62s and 61s. And then finally 60s. So it only goes down to 60. That's the lowest you're going to see. In fact, the lowest one is going to be with Wolf, which creates Shapeshifter, as well as with Wind, which creates Aeromancer. Both of those have a 30 attack, 30 defense. And then finally, you can see there's also quite a few that make Dr. What here that are also in that 60 frame rate. And Shapeshifter. So, I already said Shapeshifter, but overall, I think this is actually a pretty decent Onyx combo card. It's got 105 combos, so it's going to combo with most of the cards that you'll have in your deck. And overall, the quality of those combos is pretty great. So I'd say this is probably a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. Definitely a Onyx combo card you should be trying to get for your deck because it's so flexible and it works and has high quality combos. So that's a good one. Let's look at the Final Form cards. Again, as I've started doing recently, I'm only going to focus on the Final Form cards that are actually useful or usable in your heroics or your arena. So the first one, and this one is good for your heroics, is going to be Rat Reaper. It has 31 attack, 25 defense, and it's a Crushing Blow card. This one you can fuse or you can leave unfused, but either way, with that 31 attack and that 25 defense, it'll be good to use in your heroics. Maybe in your arena if you don't have any Final Form cards yet, but I'd probably just say level it up and put it in your arena without fusing it. You can add it if you want to have it fused. In recent time, I've stopped using the crushing blows in my heroics in their fused form. I'm just using them for an extra turn of attack. So that's my opinion. Next up, we have the my personal favorite, I don't even know why, but my personal favorite critical strike card, and that's going to be Ratatoskr. It has 33 attack, 24 defense, and it's a critical strike, so it ends up being 66 attack, 24 defense. And I think the reason I like this card is it still has a pretty decent attack, especially, you know, it doubles. It's definitely not the highest attack of critical strikes. You know, you've got Sniper that has 36, but I love the amount of attack versus defense ratio. I feel like it's the perfect sweet spot where you can still use this when your opponent also has a full life, and you'll probably survive, but your opponent won't. So that's why I like this card. I also just think it's fun to think of a little squirrel that will run around and deliver mail. That's what he is, if you couldn't tell. He's a little squirrel that delivers mail. It's some type of like Russian superstition or something. I don't know. You can read about it later. A Russian myth, I think. But Ratatoskr, great for arena, great for heroics, great. Then finally, the only other card that's useful to add in your heroics, not really your arena unless you're doing a tiebreaker deck, is going to be the Sensei Rat, which has 32 attack, 23 defense, and it's a counter attack. So this could be useful if you're doing a tiebreaker deck, but I would typically just put this in my heroics deck and leave it unfused. Obviously, this is a reference to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is awesome. But this is just another one of those fun cards to add to your heroics so you can see it, but I wouldn't fuse it unless you're doing tiebreaker. Alright, so overall, I have quite a few of these Rodent cards, and I like them for the fact that they do have, they don't have 100 combos, but they do have quite a few combos, and the combos they make are pretty decent. So if you've got gems to spare, you might want to throw some money this way, especially if you're in need for some new Onyx cards. Wizard's a great one to add to your collection. And obviously Ratatoskr is a great one to add to your arena and your heroics deck, but other than that, I'd kind of pass on this. Rodent's just so-so, like I said. But let's look at the other pack that came out and see if there's any good redeeming cards in here. This is going to be the Fantasy Pack, which the title card for this is the Precious Ring Lore, which has 17 attack, 16 defense. It's a combo card. It has 90 combos. 1 is bronze, 2 silver, 37 gold, and 50 diamond. And let's take a look at the combos that it makes. Again, because this is a gold combo card, the highest attack you're going to see is about 66, and then they probably go down to about 50. Anything below 50 is going to be not a good quality combo. So we'll start with the high-end cards. There's 466, so quite a few high-end combos. And that's going to be Elf King, Precious Ring Bearer, and Shattered Sword. And you can see the combo makers there on the right. I'm sorry, on the left. And also the scores that make them here. Shattered Sword is kind of a glass cannon, but that's a nice glass cannon with the 41 attack, 25 defense. So that's a pretty nice one. But we'll keep looking down here. There's a large amount of these 65s, as well as the 64s. And 63s, I don't know why it says text there. I'm just going to try to delete that. Sorry, on my screen it said the word text, but I've deleted that, so you won't see that in the video. 63s and 62s, 61s, and there's just 160, and 59 as well, and then it drops off from the Onyx cards to the regular cards. So you see that drop off again, just like you did for Rodent, where from 59 to 55 there's a big drop off there. And then you have quite a few 55s and 54s, some 53s too, and so on and so forth until you get down to 50. Again, past 50, you're going to get into the glass cannons and just the not high quality cards. So these ones down here are kind of the subpar combos, and you can see there's quite a few of those subpar combos down below. So when Mr. Anderson made his video on this, I think he actually ranked it a 4 out of 5, so it was a pretty good score. And I can see why he did give that such a high score, because there are quite a few high quality combos, but there's also quite a few low quality combos. I'd say it's better than Rodent, so I'd probably put it at like a 6, maybe a 7 out of 10, but it's definitely not my favorite card. I've just got it. I only bought, I think, about 2 packs, and I got it on my 2nd pack, so I don't think I'm going to go for any more packs. Possibly might go for 1 more just so I can get a fuse of it, but I don't know if it's worth the effort on its own. But let's see if there's other cards here that might make it worth pulling. So the next card we're going to look at is the other Onyx, or the other combo card in here, and that's the Onyx card, and that's Elf Onyx. It has 23 attack, 22 defense. Now this one has 73 combos. 0 are bronze, 0 are silver, which was surprising to me. It doesn't combo with any cards to create bronze or silvers. But it has 36 gold and 37 diamond. So that's kind of a low combo count. This was one of the cards I worked on to get some additional combos for it. But let's look at the combos it makes. Maybe some of these are pretty good. Again, usually the highest you'll see for a combo is about 71. For Elf Onyx, there's 2 that are 70. And that's Elf King and Elf Warrior. They both have 39 attack, 31 defense. And you can see the combo makers to the left there. And then it drops off down to 68. Quite a large number of 68s here, which is nice. And you can see all their combos there. Usually they're all about 33, 35, 34, 34, or 35, 33, as you see there. So they're all about the same, equal damaging and equal defense. Then you get down to the 67s. Remember, when it comes to these Onyx cards, usually mid 50 is the lowest you want to see a card go. So there's some 65s here and 64s, quite a large amount of 64s, and also quite a large amount of 63s. Then you get down to 62, there's even more of those, and some 61s, and then finally just a couple of 60s. So it's pretty nice. It only goes down to 60. You don't see anything below that here. But again, there's only 73 combos. I'd probably say this is above Werewolf and above Holy Water because those are so low, and above Hammer, obviously. But because it only has a 73 combos, I think I can only give it maybe a 4 out of 10 stars. It does have some nice combos there, but again, you don't have enough combos to make it viable to add to your Heroics deck. So that's why I'd say it's a 4 out of 10. But I did focus on this one. I don't even have this card. I just have a bronze version of it. But I was like, this card, it could use some love. So hopefully when you see it with the backfill combos, this will be pushing it up to a 6 or a 7 and actually be useful in some heroic decks. But for now, not that great. Alright, there's only 2 final form cards in here that are worth mentioning, so I'll go over those quickly. They're both only good, well, I guess one of them's good in your heroics or your arena, the other one's just good in your heroics. So we'll start with the one that's good for both, and that's going to be Lord of Horses. It has 31 attack, 23 defense, and it's a critical strike card. This would be a good entry-level critical strike to add to your heroics and your arena, specifically your arena if you don't have any yet. Otherwise, I would pass on this. It's not that great of a critical strike, but it is above that 30 attack threshold that I like to see for a critical strike. And then the other card that pretty good actually for your heroics is going to be the Treacherous Wizard. It has 34 attack, 21 defense, and it's a curse card. So don't fuse it. If you're going to use it, just level it up and keep it unfused in your heroics. It's a good single turn damager to your opponent. I'd like to see a couple more defense on there. Usually a 34 is accompanied with 23 defense, but in this case it's not that way. So kind of a bummer on that, but what can you do? So overall, this pack is not really worth it. The only card that's worth going for, again, is the gold combo card, and even that, it's just kind of a so-so. So if you have gems to waste between these 2 packs, go for Rodent. You have higher quality options there, but I would say you're better to pass. There's going to be some really good cards coming up in, I think, 2 rotations, hopefully. Again, it might change, I don't know, but you want to save up for a couple of some pretty nice packs coming up soon. Alright, I think that's all the time I have for today. Thank you guys so much for your support, and thank you for your suggestions in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you join us. I'll put a link in the description. I'll also put pictures of all of the combos from today down there as well. But that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and thank you. Bye.